What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua finally addresses Deontay Wilder's claims that he quit. Now, this is supposed to be old news, which it was, because Deontay Wilder said this a while ago, okay? But the only difference is he continues to say it, okay? So, if you learned anything about Joshua, he's the type of person that he'll hear something, but if someone keeps saying it, like he said, if someone's poking and poking, he'll eventually like bite back and bark and bite back, right? Those were his words when referring to Lennox Lewis. So this is his way of saying that now, and this is what he had to say. He said that Deontay Wilder, that's really just a fact of opinion if he thinks I quit or not. I don't see anyone getting up 4 times off the canvas and call that quitting. If he wanted to quit, he would have quit on his back. He would have never got up from the count. And I absolutely agree. I never thought he quit. I never thought anything like that. I think referees call shots, and the referee called the shot. He was the one that stopped the fight. McCracken didn't stop the fight. We knew he didn't, right? We addressed that he didn't want to. He wanted to give his fighter a benefit of the doubt. So no one stopped it except the referee. Not Anthony Joshua quitting like Deontay Wilder claims or any of that. None of that, right? If anything, you could just brush it off like, well, it was a lack of communication between the fighter and the referee, because Joshua thought that he wanted to do something. He thought he was going to do something, and the ref, I guess, thought he was going to respond a certain way, and he didn't respond. So there you go. The fight was over. Done. Right? Now, let me counterpunch this. This is what I think about Joshua's statements. I believe what Joshua said, that he didn't quit, but it makes me question, why didn't he use the same type of energy that he did with Lennox Lewis? Okay, we knew and we know that him and Lennox Lewis got into it. He said some words. He called Lewis a clown, and he said he's not cut from the same cloth and stuff like that. And that's when Lewis did say a lot though. But what Lewis said was really, I don't think that Lewis said anything worse than Deontay Wilder said to thinking he quit. Especially when Deontay Wilder, he acted as a coward. He didn't have a heart of a champion. You're questioning a person's heart. That's room right there to bark and bite back. Okay? And I just find it strange that Joshua did not do that. He took that approach of, well, that's just an act, that's just an act of opinion. He was basically pulled like a Mayweather hat, well, it's a fact of opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. He did one of those numbers. And I'm like, okay, if you go off on Lennox Lewis, why didn't you go off on Deontay Wilder? Now, another thought. I think that maybe he didn't want to go there with Deontay Wilder because he wanted to focus on Ruiz. Because, of course, I'm convinced Deontay Wilder is janky, right? We'll learn today if Tyson Fury, if he loses to Otto Weiland, Deontay Wilder has to have the Drake curse of some sort. And if you haven't heard it, you've heard it now. If Tyson Fury gets upset today, right? Deontay Wilder has the Drake curse. Because he's like those guys that, you're destined for a fight, talking about fighting you, and then you lose, right? But that could be the case. But it does make me question that if anyone questioned my heart, called me a quitter, say I didn't have, I wasn't a champion, I was a fraud, that's worse than what Lennox Lewis said. So I think that if Joshua is going to have that same, I think he should choose to have that same energy, right? Because if you're going to talk about Lennox Lewis, you're going to call him a clown. At least he could have said that about Deontay Wilder. Maybe Deontay Wilder hasn't said enough yet, but I can't imagine what else he has to say to get a response or get a negative response out of Anthony Joshua. You see what I'm saying? Because if Joshua doesn't fight him and that fight never happens, all that really happened is Deontay Wilder used Joshua's name to promote himself. The idea of fighting Joshua to promote himself. And by promoting himself by using his name, all he did was drop some insults. That's basically it. If they never fight, it was only words at the end of the day. Anthony Joshua this, Anthony Joshua that. Okay? So that would make me more madder than anything. Look at it this way. What about Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather used Manny Pacquiao's name, of course, to make $2.1 million, right? From some Saudi Arabians to fight, or for a minute video to say he was fighting Manny Pacquiao in Saudi Arabia. And just funny, just coincidentally, that came up around the same time they announced Anthony Joshua or Ruiz and Joshua in Saudi Arabia. I just found that very strange, okay? But that pissed Manny Pacquiao off like I know it pisses Anthony Joshua off. So my thing is for Anthony Joshua, I know he's trying to focus on his fight. He should, don't worry about Deontay Wilder or whatnot. But sooner or later, he has to address the bullshit. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's my take and counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua's response to Deontay Wilder. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.